Welcome to this session of Calculate Smart. In this session, we will be focusing on percentage calculation. Let us go straight into the topic. This is what you will be applying the most, and hopefully this will be able to take away your fear of percentage calculation completely. The important thing to remember is that it is very easy to calculate 10% of any number. All you need to do is shift one place of decimal. So what is 10% of 1432? Obviously it is 143.2. So you shift one place of decimal, you are at 10%. So 10% of 1432 is this much. What is 1%? 1% is 14.32. What is 0.1%? It is 1.432. So when you are looking at any number, the concept to be remembered is that it is very easy to calculate 10% of a number, and if you can calculate 10% of a number, you can calculate fractions or multiples of that also. For example, what is 30%? 10% is 143.2, so 30% should be this into 3. 143 into 3, again go back to your tables. 143 into 3 will be 140 into 3 is 420, 14 into 3 remember 42, and 3 into 3 is 9. So 9.6. So this becomes 429.6. This is 30%. Supposing I had asked you to find 15%, 10% is 143.2, 5% will be half of that, half of 73.2 will be, half of 143.2, half of 140 is 70, and half of 3.2, 1.6. So 5% is equal to 71.6. This is 5%. So what is 15%? It is 143 plus 71. So 214.8. So 15% will become 214.8. How much is 2.5% of 142? It is half of 5%. 5% is 71.6. Half of that 2.5% will be approximately 36. Or if you want to be very accurate, 35.8. Okay. How much is 3.33%? It is one third of 143.2. How much is 13.33%? It is 10 plus 3.33%. So wherever you look at these numbers, and whenever you see me calculating, you will see me using this concept very regularly. Calculate 10% of the number, shift one place of decimal. One place of number, two shift places of decimal. 50% of a number, yes, divide the number by 2. Okay, 20% is not an issue, divide by 5. So in percentage calculation, I will be using two things on a regular basis. One, the reciprocals. Second, 10%. The concept of 10% and the concept of reciprocals are the two things which I will use very frequently when it comes to your normal percentage calculations. Let us look at the next question. 55.2% of 1432. Okay. Should not be difficult. What is 50% of 1432? Let's look at two different ways again for this question. 50% is equal to 716. Half of 1432. So 5% should be 71.6. 10% is 143. 1% is 14.3. 0.1% is 1.4. So 0.2% should be 2.8. Add up, get the answer. The idea again being, keep breaking into smaller components. If the choices are not close, maybe this would have been sufficient. If the choices are very close, then you have to do the complete thing. Look at the choices, look at how close you need to go to the answer. Choices are spread apart, far apart, approximate, get the answer, do incomplete calculation, move and eliminate choices. Okay, there's another thing you could have done if you remember your reciprocals. If you remember your reciprocals, 1 by 18 is equal to 5.55%. Okay, so I can even say 1 upon 5.55 should be equal to 18. Or I can say if 1 by 18 is equal to 5.55%, then I can even say 1 by 55 should be equal to 1 by 55.5 should be equal to 1.8%. Okay. So can you use it here? Just think it over. Maybe there's a way of using this also out here. So if 1 by 18 is 5.55%, 1 upon 1.8 should be equal to 55.5%. So divide this number by, multiply, or rather, you need to do 1432 into 10 upon 18. You'll get the answer. Okay. Here again I have applied the concept of reciprocal, which we have talked about earlier also.